Well, it's hard to believe it's been 3 months since that first time we got together and you shared with us your your goals, your dreams, and where you see yourself in the next 5 years. And I know the last person you want to hear from is me, after listening to me for the 3 months tell you, get on the bus, be on time, get off the bus. So I promise I'm going to keep this real short. I've made this 10-minute video of a summary of a lot of the presenters. Many of them had some great things to expose you to, but also had many great messages. So I thought I'd put this together so you have that as you move forward. I also want to say for myself personally, I got a tremendous amount out of a lot of these presenters. It just goes to show you, you're never too old to learn. I wish I had heard a lot of the things that I heard in this program. I wish I heard them when I was starting out. Anyway, I also want you to know that it was a pleasure meeting many of you. I learned as much from you guys as I did from this program. So with that, let me start showing you what, and just reminding you of many of the things that you saw over the last 3 months. Thanks.
This steams and it cooks by pressure. You can take a big pot roast, put it in here. Let me show you how we get this open. Now, we don't have it on, so the steam's not going to come out, all right? But you open this up this way. And you put pan.
Guys, do you like school?
I like school.
Any of you like school? How many of you didn't like school?
A little bit of background as far as being an entrepreneur. Teaching or becoming your own boss isn't as nice and as great as it sounds. Right? I always tease my dive masters. People come into our program and I say, this is my store, I own it, I make my own schedule, I come and go as I want. I said, that's cool. I only work a half a day. That's great, right? Half day sounds good. Guess what? That's 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's my... Just so you know, all these things here are regulators. This is what's coming in for service. And when they're completed, they go over here so the customers can pick them up. So this is the workbench where you do all the repairs. There's an ultrasonic cleaner. And then back behind here is where we fill the tanks in the back there.
Anybody would. If I came to you and said, would you like to go into business, you would say yes. Well, guess what? We didn't even think about consequences. We didn't even think about whether we would fail. Okay? We took a bank loan, we were able to get it, and we were almost fearless. And as it turned out, it worked out because we happened to open up the restaurant business. It actually opened up as a club. We had food here, but it was mainly a club. And because we were local guys and we were known in the area, we got support from a lot of friends. And before you know it, we were busy. We kept on going and we stayed busy as a club, as a bar for over 10 years, okay? And that was an important thing to get us off the ground because people had known us. So it all comes back to the same thing that I always tell everybody is very important in the restaurant business or any business. Location is #1. It's about putting your best foot forward.
Yeah.
And every restaurant, understand this, every restaurant should have what they call a signature item. Well, as Skip told you, our signature item are baby back ribs. Why did I pick the baby back ribs? Because I'll tell you why.
Anybody love ribs?
Everybody loves ribs, but everybody can't do ribs right, okay? That's #1. There are not many restaurants around in this area that do ribs. There are some. You have maybe like Chili's does ribs. You have a place, Tiffany, and you have Houston's. You have a place, Houston's, okay? But our signature item is, you know why I picked that? Because I had a chef in here. His name was Sam. He was Taiwanese, and he was an excellent chef. But the one thing he did is ribs, and he had a way of doing that. And it's a very simple formula of doing the ribs. And you could train just about anybody to do it, and it comes up this way. But after a while, they understand where it is. So if I tell them to table 54, they know exactly where 54 is. If I tell them it's table 46, they know exactly where it is. Okay? So, yes, and it's not so difficult. It's like a clockwise system.
Anybody that was in my life, that was negative influence on my life, I slowly got rid of them. I didn't interact with them anymore. I just removed myself from those people. Because these people are going to drag you down. Don't let them. The better you do personally, the more other people are going to try to pull you back. You got to say, you want to be around the people that are going, good for you. I want to see you do better. It's so important to surround yourself by that. And it's so easy to get caught up with the people that won't.
There is, look, I grew up in the third world, in a small, I grew up in the jungles of the third world. There's nothing, I came from the jungle, there's nothing to learning. Learning is a state of mind. You have to tell yourself that I want to do this. And there's no secret to this. You gotta want to do it. And you can ask yourself, why would I want to do it? And you have to want to do it because of yourself, not because of somebody else.
So here on campus, we have a full-scale, looks just like a dental office, with 22 chairs in it, and our dental hygiene students provide care to you. It's $20. You give up a morning or an afternoon because they are students and they're learning their skills, but you have dentists and practicing hygienists that are going to be working with you and overseeing their care. So you're almost getting 3 professionals for 1 when you come to the clinic. How about surgical assistants or surgical technologists? Anybody ever think about doing that? How long do you think it takes to be a surgical technologist?
4 years.
1 year. 1 year.
But the good thing about health careers is you can start out volunteering in a hospital. Do you like it? And then if you think you like it, then you can start out with a small program that's maybe 10 months. The Surge Tech program is 10 months. In 10 months, you can get a job. And so if you like working in the OR as a Surge Tech, that's great. And we've had people go from Surge Techs, and those are the people that work, like you saw before the pictures, people in the OR. The surgeon is operating, the Surge Tech is handing off the instruments, making sure that everything stays sterile, no germs, so the person doesn't.
It only takes 10 months, and then you're actually working in an operating room, and you see if you like it, if you want to be an OR nurse. You know, it's shorter than nursing school.
Wait, what?
But then lots of, it's a starting point even before nursing school, if you like. A lot of the students start in here, in the surgical technology program. They start here and then go on to nursing. That's actually the way I did it myself. But that way you see if you even like medicine, you like hospitals, and you like being a nurse. So it's nice.
We have, the reason why it was called Bergen Pines, before it was called Bergen Regional Medical Center, and you were all way too young to know this, is because it was, the hospital was in Bergen County, and if you look around the property, and especially right outside our windows, you'll see pine trees. I'm not saying that they were very creative when they named the facility, called it Bergen because of Bergen County, and Pines because of the pine trees, but hence it was called Bergen Pines. And what happened was folks would come here for fresh air. So because it was so country, people didn't realize what caused tuberculosis and polio. So they thought that if you came and were in an area where it was, the air was cleaner. So they had rooftops where they would put the patients on these magnificent wooden machines.
Again, make the most of the relationships, make the most of these experiences that you're having, and because one day you might just need to pick up that phone and call one of these two.
Hi guys, I'm happy to be able to speak to you and that this video will be shown on the day that you guys actually get your certificates and, you know, a culmination of all the great things that you guys have done with Bergen Community College. I think you guys should acknowledge what Jackie Lurea and Skip and all these fine folks that put this program together for you have done for you guys, because they've given you an opportunity or kind of a platform to kind of jump off to the next level. And I hope that I was a small part in that. the opportunity for you to see real professionals, folks who are in different, facets of business, and people who have been successful, and people who are, taking the next step in their career, or that are doing things that are spectacular, should give you some type of initiative. It should make you guys want to take charge of your life and take control of things, and say to yourself, hey, you know what? I'm interested in this facet of business, or I'm interested in that. And you should grab a hold of that and seize the day and go out and make sure that you're successful in whatever arena you choose to be in life. And this program is kind of, like I said, a stepping stone for that. And a lot of people have put a lot of time into what you guys have done, and not to mitigate what those folks have done, but the people who really count, the people who have really put the time in, is you guys. To sit here and to come here and to take the initiative to make sure you find it here through bad weather or when you don't want to get up in the morning, and to make sure you come and you're productive and that you're listening and that you come back on time from the lunch or whatever, and you make sure that you're doing the right thing. To me, that's the first step towards being successful. As young adults and as human beings, we're all accountable to something in life. We all have a boss. I mean, even the President of the United States, he reports to the American people. When we're accountable for things as far as deadlines and time constraints and budgets and to other people, that's what defines us as human beings. And I think that more than anything, from what you can take out of this class, is that you have to be accountable to something. And when you start out by being accountable to something, you can't be accountable to your significant other, and you can't be accountable to anybody else but yourself. When you start out and you're accountable to yourself as a human being, and you feel like you're doing the right thing by yourself, then that's when you become accountable to others, and that's when you attain a certain level of success. So I congratulate you all on finishing this program, and I hope that you all do great things, and you're sometime in the near future, you're able to come back and deal with Skip or Jackie or some of these folks, and you're able to put your time out and to help the next person to get to the next level, because that's pretty much the ultimate responsibility. Okay? So congratulations to you guys, and much success to you in the future.